and then what the data about that institution shows. Because without
It's a huge privilege to be here today with other academics from Central Asia, from the United Kingdom. In terms of the event today, it is actually brilliant that we have academics, we have stakeholders, we have rectors, we have policymakers in the room to discuss ways of ensuring inclusion with regard to the next generation of preset academics. It is poignant that we're having this conversation in terms of how to support the next generation, of English language academics. And I am so privileged to be part of this project. And we are really, really grateful to the UK FCDO and the British Council for supporting the project. We are also grateful to the support members of staff with regard to how they support, the project's partners. And more importantly, without academics, without students, we cannot have this project. So I am really, really thankful to those students who are passionate about, English language teaching and learning. And I am also grateful to the academic members of staff in terms of their sacrifice over the years. Without them, we will not be where we are today. So massive thank you to every one of you. And I hope we all enjoy the ambience and the joy of networking, Long live the British Council, and I wish every members of staff here, good health. Rockmates, thank you.
This event is really important because it brings together UK universities with good practice from pre-service education of teachers across subjects, together with teachers from pre-service English teacher education in the 5 Central Asian countries. And we know now that the role of a student, the job of a teacher, is changing very fast. There are a lot of changes in the outside world, the advent of AI, changing patterns in student behaviour that teachers must adapt to. But one thing is certain, English is a gateway to opportunity for students across the region, and we know the motivation and the enthusiasm for learning English is very strong. And so an event like this gives that best practice, sharing of ideas, awareness of inclusive practices to teachers across Central Asia, with a university partner from the UK to improve the English learning of students across the region. And I think that's a very positive thing. Access to education is a right. And that means inclusive practices need to be embedded at the ground level. The important thing to remember about inclusive practices is anything that is good for including students with learning differences, with disabilities, is good for everybody. The way in which we scaffold learning, the way in which we support learning, the way in which we reinforce learning, give variety in activities, all these practices are good for all students. It's just that they are especially good for including students who may learn differently. And to give access to education for all should be a responsibility of not just the teacher, but the institution, the government and the nation, because we want access to education to be a prime human right. And I think inclusive practices are a way to support that.
with other people in